So, when it comes to our health, making sure that we are eating nutritious meals plays a big role, but that doesn't mean you have to skimp on the flavor. Come on now. Our Middle Eastern one-pot chicken and rice is guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser for anybody you entertain. To get your hands on this recipe, I need to remind you, expressoshow.com. But our chef today is Chef Zoe Brown. That actually that rolled off the tongue.
I'm glad it did, because this is a one-pot meal, which is going to be so quick and easy to prepare. So I'm just getting the stove on, and we're going to start off with our rice. So I've got the rice over here. In fact, I've got it in the pot.
Great.
So we're going to start off by adding our rice to the pot, as well as some chicken stock with a little bit of saffron.
Oh, and that's, you know, the saffron, the background flavor it gives, there's a good depth over there, and you allow it to steep a bit in that chicken stock, which is, it makes it, the color of the rice, it pops so beautifully, which I love.
Definitely. And you know what? There's something about these one-pot rice dishes
Yeah.
that, I say rice, I meant one-pot dishes, that's just, less dishes, but also just so much easier because everything just goes in it. You can leave it and you just trust the process. So I'm going to add some dried cranberries as well as some chickpeas, and we're going to leave that to cook through for a bit while you get onto marinating our chicken.
All right.
Now, for our chicken marinade, we are using a little bit of chutney. We have also got some salt and pepper for seasoning, and we have got a little bit of tomato paste, and that's going to be the foundation of our paste.
And that is, and I'm going to season this quite well. The reason why is that, you know, I'm going to put a sauce over this. So I like seasoning first so that sometimes people will put the sauce on and then season, and sometimes this gets lost in there. So I want to actually get that incorporated into the meat prior to us putting on those sauces. And you gave me some tomato paste and some chutney, which is great. And they balance each other out nicely and create a nice,
Like
a balanced
sweetness and tanginess to your chicken. I don't know, there's something about it that about chutney that just, I think, oh, for people that don't know chutney, I feel like you're missing out.
Yes, and I'm going to try and incorporate that beautifully. I'm just being respectful with regard to my hands here. So we're going to do it all with a spatula.
We do it all with a spatula.
And this is great because if you think about the flavors that you're getting here, you know, just, I love chicken and chutney. It kind of reminds me of growing up all the time. Like, that's just something about it. Something about a Sunday lunch. It's something about when there's one tani who overcooked chicken and he needed the chutney to kind of help with the moisture. This is what it reminds you of. So we've got that all marinated and it's looking absolutely exquisite.
And fantastic, thank you. And then we're going to simply add it to our pot. And this is where the one pot dish all comes from. We're going to let that cook through. Of course, the stock that we have will not only help cook the chicken through, keep it juicy, but also cook through the rice and soften the chickpeas.
Oh, lovely.
And there we go.
And I mean, it's simple and it's beautiful. I think for an alternative, sometimes you could probably just do a sear on the chicken to seal in the moisture and then pop it in there. I think that's something that you could try. It helps a lot with flavor. You know, where there's color, there's flavor.
True.
And the more color you put in here, the better. And the nutrition value. Think about it. You know, you get the rice, the starches and carbs. There's chickpeas in there as well. There's, you know, the cranberries you popped in there too. You just got so many great comforting flavors, and that's it.
That's it.
And we're like done.
One pot dish, there we go. It's going to cook through. Of course, keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
You don't want the rice to burn to the bottom. You want to make sure your chicken is cooked properly. But this really is as easy as that. And
it's simple, and it'll impress anybody. You know, if you've got a lovely date with your significant other at home, you just hoy this quickly, have a good conversation, and then take it from there.
Date night is
lovely.
Sorted. There we go.
Okay, great.
I'm just going to turn the heat down so it's like on a soft, more of a slow cook.
And then, you know, if you want to get any of the ingredients, of course, the recipe as well, expressoshow.com is where to go. It is delicious, it's nutritious, and I think it's it's a crowd pleaser, definitely.
It is a crowd pleaser. Have you had breakfast today?
I have had a whole tasting menu. Have you?
I haven't.
You should go and taste your own food. That's the best thing. So, go for it.
Of course, we can just simply make sure we grab... I mean, you're not going to eat out of the pot, so I'm going from there.
Okay.
We've got our chicken. I'm just going to grab some rice as well as chickpeas and make sure I get a little bit of the cranberry coming through.
That's it.
I love the cranberry, the sweetness the cranberry adds. And look at this chicken.
And you know, the genius there is that
juicy,
if you look at that garnish as well, that is a touch of mint in there. That's another thing, a background flavor that elevates others, which I really enjoy. So
this is good. That sweet and sour that comes through with the chutney adds.
Well, there we go. Eh? I didn't know you could cook this well.
Thank you. Listen, it's all in the one pot.
And that's all. You know what? Take advantage of it and give it a try, expressoshow.com. And if you make it, can you please take some pictures and Message us on 063 408 8863. We'd love to see what you've created with one of our recipes.